Hello, hello, hello. It's getting stupid now. It's getting stupid. It's all getting stupid. What's getting stupid? Well, whatever the title of this is, it's probably new Mike Oldfield reissue is stupid. Yeah, there's another one. There's always another one. We had, was it Hergist Ridge? That we're a bit behind. We should actually be on Omadorn, shouldn't we? But we're not getting Omadorn. We're getting its sequel. Well, not Return to Omadorn. It's kind of unofficial sequel, Amarok. Now, Amarok, I'm a big fan of, and yeah, they've decided to reissue it on the old vinyl, and it looks something like this. Yes, they're doing it. They're doing it as a a double, a double half speed edition. Well, I'm looking at that cover, and that Amarok looks a bit weird on the cover. But that's not the issue. The issue here is, if you're familiar with the work of Amarok, it doesn't exactly lend itself to the LP format. No, it never did. Oldfield's original idea was to fill, at that point, again at this point, a full CD was about 60 minutes, right? That's before they extended its length, the CD length. And this is back in 1990. God, those were the days. But yeah, it was Oldfield's intention to fill an entire CD with no breaks, no fade ins, fade outs, no track markers, one entire piece of music from the first second to the very last. A whole musical journey, not to be broken up. Again, I think the modus operandi was to do little minute pieces that could be like kind of glued together, completely radio unfriendly, and that was the whole point. It was a 60-minute piece that was just meant to be sat and listened to and absorbed. But on here, as you can see, they've cut it into 4 pieces. The LP, the original LP, I've got a copy of the original LP, and that is obviously that's side A and side B, and they chop it in the middle. It's all right, but when I when I saw this, I just thought, oh no, this is up there with the that half-speed master of Genesis's "The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway," which was split over, was it 8 sides or whatever it was. It's like, what? So yeah, you have to turn it over every 15 minutes, and that's the same with this. Every 15 minutes, you've got to turn it over. So yeah, this is going to be released on the 31st of October of 2025. In case you're watching in the future, as you can see, it's $32.99. And it says, and I quote, "To celebrate the 35th anniversary of this much-loved Mike Oldfield LP, a personal favourite of the artist, a double LP edition, half-speed mastered by Miles Scholl, is being released." Whoopie-doo. Originally presented as a 60-minute suite of music split into 2 halves on single vinyl, yeah. Here, with the approval of Mike, we have divided the album into 4 15-minute edits in order to optimise audio fidelity. With expanded artwork, Mike again plays almost everything on the album, including long, thin, metallic hanging tubes, as listed on the sleeve, a punning reference, of course, to tubular bells. Now, no, this has got to stop. Of course I'm going to buy it, because I'm an idiot, and you want to see it. But this has got to stop. Who thought this was a good idea? What we wanted, Mike... What we wanted and what we demand is, of course, the 5.1 surround sound edition. If ever there was an album that deserved to be, mixed in surround sound, is Amarok. I believe there may even be a version out there ready. But alas, the reissue campaign that Mercury started, blimey, all those years ago, ground to a halt with the Killing Field soundtrack, and we never got that later period, which is a great shame, because I think it would have been nice to see or hear Amarok in the old surroundy sound. Blimey, I'd have even let them do an Atmos mix just so I could get my greasy mitts on the 5.1 version, of course. But instead, we get this. We get, I'm going to call it what it is, butchered. We're going to get a butchered record. This is ridiculous. I mean, again, I don't mind these half-speed mastered albums because I've got a few. I've got a few. You know, I've got some Eno and some Gabriel, and you know, the audio fidelity is quite nice on the vinyl. You do have it is an improved sound, I think. But and again, if you're sitting next to it, it's okay to flip it over when they're individual songs. But when it's meant to be all conjoined, like this is, I'm not so sure. But yeah, you've got the heads up. You consider yourself warned. Consider yourself warned indeed that, you know, this is coming. Didn't mention anything about a certificate of authenticity like they used to do, that you used to get. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. That looks right pony. That looks unbelievably pony. That artwork looks like a bad scam. That looks like they've scanned. That looks like they've scanned the CD box and blown it up. They didn't even feed it into AI. But that looks absolutely. Who did that? Seriously, it should be just no shadows, no three-dimensional, you know, pseudo still thing that they've added from Paint Shop. What is it? Is it still Photoshop these days? But yeah, that looks right pony, doesn't it? Doesn't it look pony? It's got to stop, man. We want the 5.1 release. But yeah, so there you have it. That's the news. Mike Oldfield's reissuing Amarok as a double album. I did not have that on my reissue bingo card. You can, I mean, that came out of left field, didn't it? Did you see that coming? Did you see Amarok as a double album? No, neither did I. But there we have it. Great, more slop that we don't need. And yeah, I'll probably buy a copy because I'm curious. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. I'm having a right old moan today, aren't I? I'm having a right old rant. But come on, that's not clever. That's not smart, is it? Did it ever need it? Again, I suppose you could say because 60 minutes on a vinyl, it's not optimum. You know, it's not an optimum, you know, pressing. But I'm sure technology now means they can make it sound good on a single vinyl. But hey, it's a double now. Anyway, I've gone on far too long. Thank you for watching. My name's been Darren Locke, and I've been talking about how you can't really turn Amarok into a double album. And what we really want is release the 5.1 Amarok mix. Hashtag. That's what. Get it trending. It will never happen. Anyway, thanks for watching. Ta-ta.